Okay, I'm gonna start this episode. Guys, my phone is dying, so it won't be a long one, but I can't plug my phone in because the microphone is plugged in. So I tried. It's not meant to be a long one today, guys. All right, so this is quite a conversation that I want to have with all of you. And first, hello, how are you doing? Let's pour a drink. I don't have coffee today. I don't have hot chocolate today. I have water today. So let's pour a drink. We'll just go until the phone dies. Really? Who knows? Okay. I'm gonna come out with it. Right. Conscious parenting. I am a mom. I am a single mom, and I want you all to understand something. Okay, so if you're a parent, listen up. If you're not a parent, listen up. As human beings, stop being so hard on yourself. I actually never know where to look. I don't know if I'm supposed to look there or if I'm supposed to look there. So I just feel like if I look there, my eyeballs are like, okay. Anyways, as a human being, we don't know what we're doing. And I think that we have become so hard on ourselves, first of all, with regards to how much time we spend with them, how engaged we are with them, how much screen time they are having, how much they are playing, if they're reading enough, if they are tummy timing enough, if they are eating the correct foods, if they have gone to the bathroom enough times. We are so worried and we are so worked up about their livelihood and if we are good enough. And I just want you to take a moment and breathe with me. And I want you to acknowledge that you are doing just a fine job. Even if you feel like you are failing, even if you feel like you are not providing or supporting or doing enough, or if your child literally doesn't like you, you are doing enough. Something I've learned with regards to mine and Mason's relationship is we each have our own story. Mason has his story and I have my story. I always refer to it as driving a car. Okay, so I'm driving my car. I have to focus on my lights, I have to focus on the road in front of me, and I have to focus on the steering wheel, and I have to focus on my car. If my tire goes flat, I must fix my tire. It's the same with him. He's driving his own car. He needs to hold the steering wheel. He needs to check the lights. He must look at the road. We can only guide them as you would for a car. You would teach a child how to drive. So we are teaching them and enabling them with skills that they are going to be able to carry out in life and know how to handle driving their car. They have to be able to drive their car alone. And there's this connotation about kids needing to be busy. Guys, my right eye has been twitching, so if it twitches and it's going all weird, sorry, not sorry. You're just gonna have to look at it and I'm gonna have to feel it. Okay, so if you look at how kids are so busy, I taught children for years. They are exhausted, they are anxious, they are depressed, they are tired, they are just, there's this standard that has to be met. And homeschooling, Mason, I find that the schoolwork is just an enormity of work. I feel overwhelmed looking at how much work he has to do at 7, and I am 36. Can you imagine how they feel? So As a parent, I want you to just sit down, take a breather, and pat yourself on the back, because you have driven your own car and now you are helping someone else drive their car. That's a lot. That's a lot to ask for a human, and especially because there is no manual, there is no handbook. Yes, there are people that have written what foods to give the baby and how to breastfeed and what happens during birth and what happens from this age to this age in psychology. It's amazing. But at the end of the day, it's your car. Your car functions and your car operates extremely differently to somebody else's car. It's the same applying for your child or children. If you've got more than one child, I can't speak out of turn because I only have one child. And if you have more than one child, holy moly, well done to you. I think you need to like double pat. Like, so essentially, their cars are manufactured differently. They have different operating systems. They might not even have a radio. Your car has a radio. They don't even want to have headlights. They've got lights on the side of their car. And that's, again, it's the imperfectly perfect human beings that we are. We cannot have this comparison with one another. If I compare what I am like as a parent and I look at somebody else, I have absolutely no right in my mind to have any judgment on them, because I have no cooking clue what car they are in and what the road looks like. And while they're driving, what the road looks like continuously. There's a turn and then the road literally just no road. Now you got to figure out how you're going to get to the other side. So I think just as parents, consciously, I need you to hear me. Stop comparing. Stop being hard on yourself, and just take a moment to acknowledge the fact that you are doing brilliantly. And if you're not doing brilliantly, my goodness, they don't care. They do not care what make shoes they have got on. They do not care where they got this t-shirt from. Okay, some children do care because it's how they've been programmed, but at the end of the day, we come in with nothing. Let us teach them who they are without the facade. And something that I'm also learning, which is such a beautiful, beautiful experience for me. I constantly learn from Mason. It's going to be 0808. I had to. I'm constantly learning from him. Oh, I've got to sit back. I don't know why I'm sitting so forward. I said to him the other day in the kitchen, I got a little bit teary, and I looked at him and he said, "Mommy, why are you sad? Are you okay?" And I hugged him and I said to him, "You are my hero." And I think he was taken aback, because that's quite a title to give a 7-year-old coming from an adult. And I don't know about you, but I truly, truly learn continuously from my 7-year-old. I have learned what patience is. The fact that he could ask for a snack and I can get deterred with my focus, or something happens, the phone rings, and then he reminds me about that snack a little bit later. He doesn't get upset with me. He doesn't get agitated or angry that I didn't bring him a snack when he asked for his snack. The patience level of saying to him that we'll leave in 10 minutes, and he just casually waits. And maybe it's longer than 10 minutes, maybe it's shorter than 10 minutes. The fact that I wake him up and say, "Come, we have to go, must get ready," and he does it. I know that it's got to do with how I've brought him up, but at the same time, I'm learning from him, because how I parent is it's a reflection, it's a mirror that I'm watching. I'm watching a small version of myself staring back at me. And if he's done something, if he broke a glass, The other day he dropped a glass of juice and the glass broke and he got so sad. And I said to him, it doesn't matter, it's okay. And I have to share this with you. Somebody said, I cannot remember who it was, but as an adult, we've forgotten that we are still children, and we spill our juice. We make mistakes. We change our minds. We decide something isn't good for us anymore and we want to do something else. And we are so analytically hard on ourselves. We are so comparative with one another. And at the end of the day, if you are religious, if you're not religious, but I'm just referring to God, Creator, whoever you, essentially that's another topic I'm going to get into on another episode, but let's just leave it at God. He picks up the juice or the broken glass and he wipes it and he says, here's another one. But we're so busy being so hectic on ourselves that we can't even see that there's another juice for us. And when I'm parenting Mason, I am observing how I would want to be treated. How I would want to be treated as a 7-year-old. And I know that our families and lineages and generations are trying to better every single generation, but it's okay. It's really okay. It's okay if you make a mistake, and speak to your children about it. You know, if you're having an argument with somebody, don't hide it from them, because then they are unaware of what arguments are. They are unaware of how to handle conflict. They are unaware of how to regulate their emotions, regulate their nervous systems. They need to learn how to be a human. They need to learn how to drive 1212. They need to learn how to drive their car. And sometimes it's so difficult because you want to hold the glass and you want to give the juice to them like sippy, like lick it out my palm. But we can't do that, because eventually they're going to be big humans just like us, and they must carry the legacy on. And then I just need to bring up something else. And this is a little bit of that was an upper, and this is maybe a little bit of and I'm going to come close. So I understand I just said don't be hard on yourselves and everything like that, but I want to ask, it's just a question. Why are you having a child or children if you are unable to raise them? Why do you feel society and the way it's been programmed to have children by a specific age and you aren't even there? Parents have become so stressed that they are working more and their children are at schools, and then they're being put in aftercare, and then they get home and the parent sees them for maybe an hour, and then rinse and repeat, it happens again, and it happens for an entire week. And I just want to know, as a child, if you look back and you reflect as your inner child, when you ask, and I'm now speaking out of turn, me, I always said, oh my word, look what I can do, handstand. 5 seconds, look what I can do, handstand. And oh, look, cartwheel. I always wanted to spend time with adults, and I was always shoved aside. I was always silenced, and I don't know if it's a generational thing, and maybe this is gonna brew some bubbles, but that's the beauty of it, because there's opinions and there's different ways of being a human, and that's so magnificent. Please share. I'm sharing my version, 10% battery, just saying. So in essence, it was lonely being a little human. I felt lonely. I felt like I had to always play by myself. I played solitaire alone. I would play Uno and Snap where I would pretend to be another player. I played Monopoly by myself where I was two players, but I was only one solo player. So, need I ask, how are you spending your time? Are you on your phone? Monkey see, monkey do. And it's from a book called The Year of Yes. And it's the lady who wrote Grey's Anatomy. But anywho's, she said for an entire year, she just said yes. And her kids wanted to play with her, but she was always busy writing scripts, books. And in that year, she realized it just takes 5 minutes. If you spend 5 conscious minutes with your child or children, do you know how long that is for them? If you spend 5 minutes undivided attention with your child in a conversation where you're not thinking about what to make for dinner and what this guy said in the meeting and how you've got a deadline and, oh shucks, I need to go and buy some toilet paper. No, undivided attention, undivided conversations. When they speak to you, stop doing what you are doing and give them the attention that they need. Because essentially it's you. Give them the attention you need. And then, my goodness, there are times of separation. Mason, you're going to have Mason time. I call it Mason time and mommy time. We got to shh. Like, no, I'm busy. Door closed. Wink. Obviously, if there's an emergency, and not a literal door, or a physical door. But I think I just want to go back a quick step with regards to how kids are so busy as well. And the fact that they are uncomfortable in silence. They need to learn. You need to teach them and yourself how to just sit in complete silence. Nothing to do, nothing to look at, just be. And if it takes you 1 minute, if it's too intense for you and the quiet is so try 1 minute. Then move it up to 2 minutes, move it up to 5 minutes, and you'll start noticing a huge difference in your energy, because you consume a lot of energy by speaking. You consume a lot of energy by doing your work. You consume a lot of energy by thinking of all your to-do lists. You consume energy by doing the housework and being this big human. So sit still and teach your child to sit still too. And I twitch. Gosh, there was something else I wrote down, and I think that I'm just going to leave this conversation as a whole in the essence of just one thing, because I don't want to talk about something else and then the camera is going to go clink and then we don't have a drink. I hope you've been drinking. So I think that's all I wanted to say. And just remember that you are still a child. You still get to play. You are just choosing not to. You can play. Even if you don't have children, you can still play because you are still a child. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. It's how we learn. It's lessons. How will we grow if we don't make mistakes? I always gave this analogy to kids about how a baby, for instance, wouldn't just stand up and start running. There's no ways. You have to learn how to do each thing, and you have to fail at it in order to understand a little bit more about it and be better so that you can do it. And it's the same as riding a bicycle. You have a child learning how to ride a bicycle, and you, in essence, are doing something in life, and you fall off of your bicycle and bah, 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 terrible. What am I doing? You're so hectic. But you can just pick up the bicycle and get back on it and just try. Maybe don't break both brakes or the front brake and you won't go over the front. Or learn and watch children. Actually watch children. They engage with one another. They are so present. And that's why they are so unconditional. And that's what we've lost. So if we can all just be these beautiful, beautiful children and stop being so unnecessary on ourselves and sit in silence. 21. Okay, I'm gonna go, and maybe I'm also just going to remind you to take a moment to sit outside. Everyone's stuck inside, and especially in winter. Well, we're in winter here in South Africa, but go outside. Even if it's cold, it doesn't matter. Go and watch the smoke like you did when you were little. It's just weather. It's all good. You can heat up when you go back from being outside. It's just a moment. It's a now moment. Okay. I love you all so much, and thank you for sitting with me. My shoe just fell off, but you can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna go, but I want to make it 22 before I do. Okay, it's now 22. Mwah.